Hey there, and welcome back to Trainwreck, an educational monster train series where we target around 200 Pact Shards, goal being to play at high Pact Shards and push the difficulty of the game as high as we reasonably can. Alright, we're back at it again, continuing the saga of me catching up on this series. We just finished our Hornbreaker Prince run. This was a pretty dicey situation. We ended up playing Perils of Production line into Diligent, so that was our offensive play. We had Void Binding helping out with defense. The run was pretty frail. I had to really jump through some hopscotch to do enough damage fast enough and also enough survivability on the floor so that I would be able to beat Diligent, but also Divinity. In the end, Prince soloed Divinity because my rail beater up front, which had a Steelworker infusion, did pass away untimely. So that's where we ended up. It was pretty tough. I mean, I also discussed a little bit at the end of the video. I think it's important to take away. That's not a run that I think really needs or should be at 200 Pact Shards. That's a run that I think playing normally for me caps out at around 150. And I explained why, what I don't take, what doesn't help me here. And I think really that's a run that if I were playing in Train of Thought, I would be asking myself, what am I really getting out of making the Divinity and the mini bosses that much harder? And or like making Diligent that much scarier. I would play a much more secure line normally. So that's an interesting example of what this series is about, is pushing it and pushing me out of my comfort zone. So we're now moving on to Sentient. Oh boy, here I go playing the Great Wall again. So let's go ahead and get in on that. As always, do like, comment, subscribe, buttons, clicking, all of the things. Let's do it. And yeah, let's play some Monster Train. Getting in on it. Let's go. Fast intro time. Hell yeah. Clicking that. All right, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. It's one of those things when you do a lot of recording back to back that you have to ask yourself, when will my voice give out? Because I'd like to have my voice for the remainder of the evening, so I don't want to play until I can't speak anymore, but also it's not like it suddenly just falls off a cliff. Eventually your voice starts cracking and becoming very hoarse, and it's very obvious, right? There's a lot less that I can do with my voice in terms of inflections and just any kind of normal conversation. The recording basically becomes bad if I let it go too long and make it too difficult for myself. So we'll see. Maybe I finish this one and that's it for the time being. Maybe I do another one later. We'll see. We'll make some progress. Anyway, today we are default Awoken Exile Melting. Primitive Mold is better than Dregs here, but it's interesting. It's always a weird clan combo. I can see ways that this plays out. Sentient helps a bit. Restores help a bit, because we can use Hollows again, so that's good. But yeah, it's a little bit of an interesting game plan. I suppose we'll see. We are facing Plating Seal Daedalus, Curse Arcus, Sap Seraph, thank you No Diligent. We have Vine Grasp, Entombed Explosive, Awake. These are excellent. This is actually honestly fantastic opener for me. We have a Ping, which is important, thank you Vine Grasp. Entombed Explosives give me something that weaponizes primitive molds, which will make the early game much easier. And then Awake plays nicely with keeping Sentient alive into Relentless, so that's great. Self-reminder, this is a Trainwreck episode, so we are going to be pushing to 200. Temples are on 2, 3, 6, 7. 4 temples, which means we pretty much have to take everything. We can skip a couple things, maybe we take some dupes, stuff like that, but it's pretty important. We take most of it. Now, unfortunately, 2 of the temples being early forces us to ramp this very fast, which I don't love, especially if considering how weak Sentient is early. So we may do what we can to avoid having to do that. We can take 100 shards from rings 6 and 7, for instance, and then like 115, 125, 140. So starting at ring 3, we need to be walking into Daedalus with 60 shards, basically, not factoring any dupes we might want to do along the way. So it's a good milestone. 60-ish into Daedalus, no less than 45, I think, if we factor in 1 extra dupe. So, all right. Removal dupe on 8 is Magic Side. That's great. We have another dupe on 7 with a cave. There's competing magic shop with a vortex. Cool. Magic and steel on 6. Magic has the vortex and a cave. Much stronger over here. Steel shop's kind of weak, but if we need it, we need it. Steel shop, again, kind of weak on 5, sadly. There is a horde cave trinket shop, but there's money in the middle, so maybe that trinket shop's not terrible. As far as relics that are available, well, the clan combo doesn't have anything too great in it, but there's some good stuff, maybe. Double Extinguished, for instance. Emblem of the Exiles, stuff like that. We'll see. Ring 4 has another magic shop that's... well, this one's okay. It's got money and a Remnant banner, competing with a Vortex Horde, which is stronger if we don't need the magic shop. It gives us double steals early. Magic shop on 2 has a Awoken banner. Steel shop on 2 has the Remnant banner. Steel shop on 3 has an Awoken banner. So... we'll see. I could see this going a lot of different ways. It's hard to make a decision right now, but both sides on Ring 2 look pretty good to me. Light's Gift is not what we want. No matter what we do, Sentient is a bad tank if she's not getting hit. If I'm relying on cultivating, we do not want Light's Gift. Yeah, I think we're going to take Split Anvil instead. We have Awake, which is good. For this, we also don't have to worry about Diligent. I'll take Split Anvil here. I'm going to grab the other Horde as well. Votive Key is nuts. You know why? Because no matter what Sentient is, putting that in her is crazy good. I do love me an opening Capricious Reflection. This is strong, but also the Votive Key, man, I could put that on Entombed Explosives, self-infuse those. It's just strong. We'll take it. Very good. And we end up on Spikes. Okay, fair enough. We'll hard pivot to Cultivating if we see it, because it's hard to argue with +1 card draw, but, you know, fair enough. I can take this unit draft, I think. Can I? I'm a little flimsy. I have bombs. We're fine. I'm looking at this like, how do I get out here? But we have explosives, so... I'm going to give the Entombed Explosive the Endless here because I'm playing Sentient on top floor anyway. So, I'm going to start the regen proccing. Cool. You go Bomb bottom floor. Train Steward middle because I really do want the Collector. So, we'll take it. The bomb will now go mid floor. Great. And we should be good to go, basically. I should put a Train Steward behind upstairs. Yeah, fair enough. And then we just elevator this bomb, right? There's not much complexity to it. Just blow them up repeatedly. This is going to do truckloads of damage, so here we go. Great. Cool. We easily clobber this now. I tell you what, without the bomb, this looks like a nightmare. I probably don't even take this trial without the bomb, but we do get through it. We don't have the damage otherwise, but fortunately, that works. Sharpen is not good, but because of Split Anvil is not terrible, actually. So I think we will grab Sharpen, weirdly enough. I will click Draft. If I end up on any kind of line that wants... yeah, pretty much anything that, like, in the Remnant side will want a draft. And he's not bad in general, so we'll take it. I do like a Dripfall here. And Wicklash is always good. Ah, man, Wicklash might be better. If I end up on an Awoken line, I could Spell Chain this and dupe it. I actually think the Wicklash is stronger here. We'll take it. Lady of the House, Animus of Speed, Wickless Tycoon. Tycoon is... meh. He pays for himself, right? We'll put the bombs in front of him, which is cool. Yeah, all right. Tycoon actually, I think, pays for himself here. I like that. We'll take it. And because I wouldn't take him normally if I needed something that did damage. I'd probably take the Lady, but I'm going to this Awoken banner here, so I think we're going to be all right. A holdover out the gate is spicy. Animus of Will is a great pickup. -2. This is interesting because I don't feel like I need this, but it's not a bad idea. Holdover, however, into Wicklash is big, right? This is just really good. That's damage scaling and burnout scaling. We're extremely happy about that. This is also one of the reasons I like Wicklash, right? Take a card like this, it gives me an implicit holdover value target, but I could also put a -2 in this, taking a spell chain later, and done something very similar. So that's good. Make that free. Now, -2, I could... There's also a universe where I had holdover Sharpen, as bizarre as it is, and just made every other card free in my deck. So that's a fun idea, but... I'm going to go ahead and -2 the Awake because it creates a super restore, which I like. I don't think I'm purging here. Actually, I'm going to self-infuse the bomb. Straight up, this is huge right now. That is awesome. Yeah, I don't think I need to purge here. I guess I could if I wanted to really go ham. Cut like a primitive mold out of this guy. Yeah, you know what? Sure. I have the Endless from the Votive Key, it's fine. Cool, so I feel this is spicy, 65 shards in a ring too, but with what we have, I feel pretty good about it. We're going to go ahead and give Sentient the big scaling here, or the Endless rather. When we draw the bomb, how much damage is on mid-floor? He doesn't die, right? No, he won't die. Okay, we'll get some scaling upstairs. We'll see what we do. We didn't draw the bomb, which is bad, right? Yeah. Okay. Bad draw order. Bad draw order. But we're not out of the... We're not dead yet. I gotta avoid incanting this guy. I think I'll play the Train Steward middle. I don't want to draw it again, do I? It goes 399. I guess he hits him for 10. I really don't want to draw it again, is the thing. I guess I'll just redraw the Tycoon here, right? It's okay. We'll take a chunk upstairs, but we're not dead. I'm going to go ahead and reform the primitive mold on her. That clears the floor in a good way, I think. Good. And that actually clears top floor as well, which is good. Okay. Good. We're happy about it. And I do see the bomb, which will be given Endless here, which is a big swing. And I get to kill a guy on middle, which is another big swing. So that's a reasonable pickup here. We get some money out of it, at least. And I get to play the bomb again, and we blast off. And I actually do get my purge, which is good. So I'll take it. Okay, we get out, only taking 14. It's more than I wanted, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Steel Enhancer is probably okay. I don't have any health scaling right now, but I'm also not relying on Razor Sharp, so... Sting might be acceptable. Just take a Sting, have that. I don't hate this card in general. Sting is better than nothing here. I'll take it. All right, cool. Molded. Molten Encasement is a viable pickup as well. It's true. I'm actually going to grab the Dripfall here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to grab that Dripfall, I think. That's getting some days in there is nice. I'm going to go ahead and go to the right here, I think. Look for an infusion or something. Endless is fun. Husk Hermit, Shattered Shell. Huh. Husk Hermit with Animus of Will's infusion is probably an overall better play. We have the scaling. I'm just debating. Animus of Will's really good here. We have enough, we kind of have sweep in the form of Sentient, so I kind of don't want the Husk Hermit play. I'm more looking at this from the perspective of, like, what can we functionally do that really helps? I can take, like, the Husk Hermit and just play it with the Tycoon for now. In the worst of case, it's a plus 30 health infusion, so I'll grab that. A plus 30. I don't know about that. Purge. Infusion? None of these are great here. I don't think I'm keen on going that hard. Endless, I could put it in the tomb. I could also just reform it. I kind of don't care. What if I reroll this instead? Yeah, I'm going to reroll it instead. It's fine. Man, it's a bummer getting this. I was looking for a large stone for the Animus, actually, but I guess it'll have to... That's a bummer. Alright. Actually, one time I wanted a large stone. Here we are. Let's look at this temple, see what these cave, rather. Oh, Persian gain, sure. We'll cut a train steward. I have enough other things I've drafted. It's not a big deal. Random rare Awoken. Cycle of Life with Split Anvil is fine. I'll grab it. Sure. I wouldn't take this normally, but it's fine. A plus 30. I don't know about this plus 30, y'all. Purge? I don't think so. I don't think this actually I take anything here, right? This seems pointless. Yeah, we'll move on. A huge bummer, actually. Quick Endless. I could have Endless something that already has the Endless thanks to the Votive Key. It's just not great, ideally. Cool, we go ahead and put a bomb downstairs with the Tycoon. That seems good, right? Yeah, seems good to me. Make money. We like it. Play the bomb. I'm going to play a Husk Hermit downstairs, actually. That seems good to me. I'm not going to play the Animus for the time being. Continue playing the bomb. I'm going to daze one guy here because I don't feel like taking that hit. Sure, seems good. Hey, don't blow up my top floor, alright? Don't do it to me. Burnout here, why not? Sure. Alright. I mean, we're clearing the world here is fine, I suppose. Yeah, it's kind of a weird situation to be in, I guess, but sure. We're getting it, I guess. That bomb comes in, man dies, seems okay. Great. Continue playing bomb. Break damage shield. Reform friend. Play him in back. Give him burnout. Do some damage. This is a very strange setup, but... Who do I get here? Huh, I got the Husk Hermit. That's pretty decent. I think we actually... Endless the Husk Hermit here. Give him the burnout. I will put the bomb upstairs. He can just kind of hang out, I guess. Weird, but not bad. I'll put the bomb down, sure. Just get him up there. This seems like it might actually be strong. Yeah, it wins. I was looking at this like, I think this mathematically checks. I didn't even play the Animus. We just elevated a Husk Hermit 5 times, but we managed to get through taking only 2 damage. A Remnant Pact in the form of a card is very good. This I like because I can put it on Sentient and she always has it. Endless Sentient is really good. Paraffin Enforcer is a good strat. We'll take that. Cool. Good. Great. Ember would be nice. Card draw would be nice. This is Curse Arcus. I think Ember would be nice so I have something over... I can play like a unit and a 3-cost card and not be stuck. I have a lot of trash in my deck, though. I think a 6th card draw is really helpful here, especially with an Endless. Let's draw another card. I can take the Ember later, I think. That'll be okay. Now, removals... What am I cutting is the thing. Now, with Paraffin Enforcer, I'm strongly inclined to put that in Animus of Will, because she already hits 3 times. So, that is probably the strat. We put that there, we put Sentient in front, and it's going to have to be okay. And great, right? I'm already at 65. I need to do double infusions, right? So this is 15, 25. Assume no infusions, or 1 infusion here. I have to do 1. So 15, 25, and then the full 50. So 75, 100, and this is 180. Or 115, so 115 plus 65 is 180. So if I get it to 180, I either need 1 dummy infusion, or I need to dupe twice. which is something I might consider doing. So with that in mind, I can remove one Train Steward, because I can do one real infusion. Actually, I can remove two, right? Because I can keep the Hermit, and I can do Train Steward into a Hermit, and we're okay. So with that in mind, I can remove two Train Stewards and have enough to move on. So this right side is pretty strong, actually. I think it's stronger than the Magic Shop. We'll move this way, yeah. See what we roll into. Sap Tap is free card draw. We love that. Tomb's getting Burnout 1 is cheeky, right? It's cheeky because they tank and then burn out. I'm leaning towards the Sap Tap, though. It's just really strong, so I'm going to click that. Take the other Horde. Emblem of the Exiles is disgusting, and I'm clicking it. I love it. And then I get to cut two Train Stewards here without punishment. I'm feeling great about that floor. We don't get the Cultivating Pivot, so I'll keep taking Bristling, because I don't think there's a universe you could convince me that I should take Explosive here. And we move on. Acceptable. Mark of Invasion should be free real estate. We'll take it. Man, Emblem of the Exiles is such a good relic. I'm such a fan of this. Now, I think it's Sentient upstairs, tanks here. And a Sting downstairs. I guess I play the Paraffin Enforcer here? Sure. I'll hold on to the Wicklash. I think we should hold on to the Wicklash. Let me be clear. So, okay. Sentient will hold on to top floor, fortunately. Great. Animus of Will in now. She's now going to get the Wicklashes. Good draws. We like them. Vine Grasp. Bottom floor's super dead. I think we saved some health by pinging here. Yeah, 2. It's not a lot, but it adds up. Sure. Goodbye, Paraffin buddy. I'd like my bomb, please. Thank you. Ugh, spikes, man. I only have 3 hit points. You can't do this to me. Rough. Pull this guy forward. We're going to put Endless on the Tycoon. Drop in... I don't know. Something. I take a damage here, but... Ugh, don't love that. She has Endless, so it's fine, I guess, but... Okay, we get the bomb. So first things first, put the bomb down on the top floor. Then we get to play Animus again. Give her some more scaling. We get to heal Sentient, which I'll take. Bottom floor, unfortunately, we're not making good on cash here, so bummer. Burnout, extend, Endless here. Play the Weight of Contrition. Here's the question. I don't think I can afford to take this pyre damage. So we're going to eat it up here and blow this floor up. Thank you, Bomb. Very cool, I guess. Sure. Now, if you take this Weight of Contrition, I can bomb downstairs and elevator the bomb, which is neat. And then I take 3 by putting the Sharpen on bottom floor. And if I heal him, I get a kill. Which is extremely neat. Great, right? Just simply great. 25, 1, 1, 25, 1, right? Yeah, mathematically it checks. I don't think the dazing in front helps, because then the 1 just comes here. And then 1, and then 25, 1, 1. But he's attacking into spikes, so I don't think we get it any better. So I think we chill on the drip fall. Do quick math here, actually. Right, 25, 1, 1, so 26. He attacks into spikes, so he goes to 22, goes up to 24, right? She loses rage, goes to 23, so 23, 1, And that's why we don't get the back person hit. Okay. Now, if I daze in front, we get 1/1. Right? If we daze in front, 1 pops this, then 1 hits here. Then he goes up to 30-ish. Let's just do this. It switches the order of who gets the kill, but it's fine. Push like an extra hit or something through, so it's okay. Alright. Play. Wicklash. Play a bomb. Put down the Tycoon. Numbers. Great. Cool. Every little 5 gold that we earn is worth it. Bomb. Thank you. Man, I tell you what, the spikes here is a problemo. Huh. I could have done that. I actually, in hindsight, I could have redrawn him. So the thing having 3 hit points, I should have taken the plus 25 when I had it. I was looking for something else. So it's unfortunate, but here we go. I guess we'll put you bottom floor just because you hit this guy that has 1,000,000 hit points. I'll give you some stats. It's fine. This is going to continue. This is not a great combat for us, but we managed to get out of it without taking too much damage, which is at least something. So, that's nice. Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. But it's tough. It's tough. All right. Great. We have to keep the scaling going, doing our best. Changes nothing. Incredible news. Here comes Tycoon. There you go, bud. Do your best. We eat dirt a little here. It's fine. It's only 4. It's okay. Let's keep going. Get the scaling up. Draw a card. Here's your bomb. Okay. We take the damage. I have to reform this bomb now, which is slightly different than last time, but I guess we'll have to be okay. I do manage to get it, which is great, so that's cool. I can stop one of these curses coming in. Well, it manages to work pretty okay, I suppose. I think I have to elevator the bomb here. I think so. We get the sharpen off the top here, which I don't think mathematically we can make work. Weird. But it's tough because this 3 health is really killing me on this one. So I have to elevator the bomb for sure. So it's bomb, Wicklash here, I think. And then reform-wise, I guess we put in 30-something here and it'll have to do. So bomb here. It's tough. I mean, we're looking at... It's at least all the rounds, so... With that in mind, we go down to 55 here. We take 2 hits, which should be 13, 17, 34 damage. Gosh, I think we just have to accept this, right? We're not out. So, yeah, it's not great, but we'll take it. It's a bad combat, alright? It's a bad combat. I'm going to take the quick tome here. I like Ensnare a lot for mini-bosses, but I do also like the quick tome. It doesn't efficiently use Sentient. I'm going to take the Ensnare instead, actually. I think that's fine. Mortal Entrapment is a card that I think we have to take, so sure. Looking to turn off the Divinity on this one. I'm going to go left. I think it's important to see the steel shop. You can't change my mind. We grab everything and we look. I'm going to put a burnout 1 on the bomb. That seems respectable. Man, quick is not it. I just turned it down. I will take a large stone. Sure. The initial stats gained here are good enough, man. The problem that we're going to face is I might have to play middle. I mean, I also might be reliant on dazing the Divinity. I'm going to go ahead and large this. I need this here. It's important enough. Is anything else going to burn out 1? I don't think so. Okay. Right. Yikes. Okay, fair enough. Here we go. Moving on. Unless there's something I desperately need to remove. I do not think there is. Now, I'm looking at Enforcer into Animus, and we might consider Tycoon into Husk Hermit. So, with that in mind, I think I could actually cut the Train Steward here. Yeah, we're actually fine. I forgot I had Tycoon before, so that'll work. We'll move on. It's at least something. Okay. Now, here's a combat where we might want to endless Sentient Elevator. Maybe. Who would I put in front? Paraffin Enforcer, maybe? What if I do this? This is like a very strange choice, but I like it, right? And lock this guy down and then just pull him forward, and it doesn't really change much. Give some more spikes here for fun. The cool thing is this farms money, which I appreciate. And then we can do Enforcer Animus here. Oh, this bottom floor is catastrophic, huh? Yeah, that bottom floor ain't looking so hot, huh? Yikes. Well, fair enough. Anyway, here's Sentient. She's doing acceptably. I think I might need to send one of them to the Abyss. Send one of these guys downstairs. I don't feel like looking at him anymore. I don't like that play, but we might not have a choice. Play the 15 here. It doesn't swing this as much as one would like, but it at least turns it into 5 gold. So sure. We're clearing upstairs, which I think is important. I can daze the guy in the back, which I think is also important. So that's cool. We can keep Sentient among the living. And then what? Pull Tanker Man forward? Yeah, we're generating rage here, which is an odd circumstance. We finally get the bomb, which is pretty critical as well. So I think I have to bomb up middle, right? There's just no way around it. And I'm going to drip the Scary Man to clear this floor. And we will draw a card because I guess I might as well. This is not ideal. Okay, yeah, not ideal. We're going to back out there. So, the drip was incorrect, maybe. It's tough to say. It's playing the Sentient bottom floor that caused some sort of issues here. Sentient middle, I could play him bottom and then pull, and that obviously doesn't work. It's tough. It's tough. I think we need to play it. I think I could have done that better by playing it beforehand, but I don't know, it's tricky. What is the most important thing I could do here? I think it's actually primitive mold back the Tycoon and get him rolling. Hopefully, do a little bit here. Once I hit the Wicklash, I need to draw a card, I think. It's actually wild. I think it's because I don't hit the Wicklash here, but... Huh. I am gonna, I guess, put Husk Hermit down Am I? 30 damage coming in. He just does pass away, actually. So, not ideal, I suppose. Let's drop him down, I suppose. Get him out of here, I guess. We take a chunk upstairs from that dude because of the way this panned out. We finally see the Wicklash, which is mission critical. And we're going to put the bomb down, which does help, but, you know, fair enough, I suppose. Sentient continues to live for now. This top floor is the bad one, yeah? True. Managed to keep him alive. We get the bomb back, which is something. Okay. We're not dead, but it's not good. I can keep top floor afloat. And I can yank a scary guy forward. This is spiced out. This floor murders me. I mean, we're fine because I can now elevator sentient. This was the whole point. But I need to get past this wave. This is a tricky combat, actually. We're way ahead on shards compared to where I want to be. And I haven't actually gotten the infusion situation squared away. I think we just need to play middle here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab and then just play it like this. Okay. This will chill for the moment, I think. It would be very cool to have played the Cycle of Life, but we don't have the opportunity to do so. So we're going to just draw a card. Cycle us a little bit faster here. Sure, fine. Okay, let's draw another card here. Okay, we managed to kill a guy. It's gonna have to be okay. Now, again, we're not able to actually solve this problem. Like, I'm not... Take 2 damage because of the order of operations here. Now, I could have fixed that by putting the spikes in front, potentially, oddly enough. Which I think is a legitimate option. I must bomb a floor. There is no decision that matters more. So you pull this guy to get him dead, then you bomb this floor. And we should keep the floor up top alive. True. Okay, this is not ideal. Okay, yikes. Okay, can I live this final floor? Maybe. Maybe. I think we can do it if I drip. Weirdly enough. The middle guy. And then we can draw here. And, oh man, he's still going down. That's such a huge bummer, actually. That helps. Mathematically, that helps. Okay. I take 2 hits from a 19 damage dude. How do I keep you alive? It's such a bummer that this is what's happening. Because we actually do super beat the boss here, but I need to not take 38 damage because my paraffin buddy is passing away. So I think we can articulate this. I just need to pump the health on your lad a little more. So, sure. Let's play the spikes in front. I think it'll actually help a little bit. Okay. Enforcer must go in front. Get it going. The healing here doesn't do anything except draw a card, which is probably a good enough reason to click it. Sure. Okay, with this order of operations, we get the sting kill upstairs. The guy hasn't taken damage yet, so the healing goes middle. Like, totally. Right? And then I can drip something but you must be careful with the drip. This is the important thing. I can't be feeding tanks or anything else to anything else. So I think we just take another healing here and we chill. The cool thing is once you have regen, you're guaranteed to at least proc the sap tap, which is nice. I'll take it. I think we must Wicklash upstairs, which clears this floor out. This is the turn where it's like you think about it a little bit and you're going, how do I approach this guy, right? And I think the answer is straightforward. Who do I bomb here? That's a good question. I do think we're double healing upstairs, and it's not particularly close on this one. We need to keep that floor among the living. I think clearing out the unit here is critical, but it will attack into sentient and die. So I actually think we pull the bomb guy forward here, is where I'm thinking about this. It kills Mr. Bomb guy, which is very good. I can ensnare something. Okay, let's heal upstairs. He's dying. Suboptimal, really. I can at least kill the scary enemy. And then I can drip one of these goobers. And I can hit him with a burnout 1 bomb, which is pretty cool. And I can, I guess, ensnare upstairs. This actually checks out, right? Huh. I can elevator sentient. This is actually perfect, being able to do that. Or not elevator, but she comes back at full health, which is ideal. Then we get to drop, we airdrop in sentient, which has big hit points. We get some big healing upstairs now as well. And I can play the sharpen to make everything else free. And we should be out, actually. It's a lot of turns we just pushed. Yeah, we win. Look at that. We did it. Whew, alright. I knew there was a way through it. And it actually was pretty clean if you look at the final score here. We just had to figure it out. No damage taken. We get everything. Yikes. Scary combat. Engraft is a free card, I think. With Sap Tap. We'll just click it, right? We don't skip these. Intent on Death is double bombs, I suppose? Hard to say no. Play it with a bomb, bomb everything, it's good. Magic Shop would be neat, I suppose. I like that, I have a lot of money. Steel Shop would be good, get maybe a multi-strike in here. Would be very cool. I would take that. I finally get the Paraffin Enforcer Infusion, which is good. I think I'm going to this Magic Shop, actually. I can do better on a Steel Shop or something. Well, I miss the dupes if I do this. I think I'm going to go to the Steel Shop then. Unfortunate, but fair. Look for anything. Endless. I mean, putting an Endless on the tomb is honestly just fine. It means I can play something else first, or in a weird turn order, I'm not going to lose him. Like if I play a Rejuvenate trigger, get the Sap Tap, and he draw him. This is just safety. Reroll, see what we hit. Man, I tell you what, I guess I'm just taking health here. It'll have to do. Okay, sure, buddy. Let's go. And then Spell Chain. I have some thoughts about that. Spell Chain on the Ensnare is pretty tempting. I'm going to go ahead. This is easy. Paraffin Enforcer into the Animus. We're doing it. Great job. Okay. I did skip Lightstone Casing, which would have been kind of neat with the Wicklash intrinsic, but I'm going to go ahead and ensnare Spell Chain here. It's more card draw. It's good. I have to take pretty much everything here, so that's fine. And I can intrinsic the Remnant Pact, which probably has value at some point. I have to take stuff, is the thing. Okay, alright, great. We've done what we need to do. We've done what we came to do. I'm just going to put a +10 into a Husk Hermit for now, so he does something better than nothing. Leave a space, move on. I don't feel great about this run. Right? It doesn't feel good. We're suffering a little bit, but I do think we can get there. You see, a great example is I really want the Sentient to have the Endless here. So, what do? Oh no, but it's fine. because the bomb exists within Endless anyway, so it's good. Everything can get Endless, actually. Great. Bomb is going to help. I can Elevator Senti. This also lets me abuse Emblem of the Exiles, and lets me abuse Tycoon's money gathering scheme, which is pretty cool. Great. We love this for us. We're going to want to Elevator these for a lot of reasons, because if you recall... She burned out, that's funny. If you recall, actually, the main thing I'm trying to draw on here is how do I get rid of his stealth stacks. So scaling health on every floor and then doing bombs and everything is a pretty good schema here. Could we draw our Wicklash, please, Monster Train? Could we? Maybe? Sheesh. Hit him with the Restore top deck. Alright, we're good. I'm sick and tired of having to replay my Animus and take more Ember Drain than I want to. Alright, we're doing fine here. Continue to bomb the bottom floor. Great work. Honestly, doing okay. I've done some damage to him now, so I can hit him with the days later, but I think we're going to be alright. Yes, and now I think the play is let's... Well, we Wicklash. I'm going to put the Husk Hermit in front now upstairs, which is not perfect. I guess I could drip a guy and then bomb middle. I could bomb bottom and get it all in money. I think I have to bomb no matter what, so we're going to bomb. I'm going to take this 6 here. It will have to do, I think. Continue exploding. I don't actually need my floor to attack. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's interesting, this guy lives with 3 health, so I'm going to pull this guy forward to get the blast and kill a guy at least. Fine. Okay, let's heal upstairs. Let's drop a bomb. Great. Let's keep the scaling. Let's full heal upstairs, please and thank you. And then draw. Now we will Elevator Sentient on this one, which is good. There's really not a lot of reason to do it. This guy's hitting for 39 damage, which is, as you might understand, to be a very large number. So, yikes, I suppose. The bomb is neat, I guess. Sure. We'll do damage. I get to draw a card. Take a Restore. Sure. I'll play an Ensnare. It lets me draw more cards next turn. Yeah, fine. We're doing enough damage. Do we actually kill the boss is a good question. It's fine because we draw Mortal Entrapment, which is actually enough to kill this boss miraculously. So, that's good. As you can tell, Daze is a pretty important part of this run in order for us to actually win. I'm going to need to dupe this Animus. And I'm going to take Adaptive Mutation. Great. And I'm going to take... Oh, God, I have to take space because she's so big. I guess that's true. I got to take space. Okay. Well, it's not what I wanted, but I guess it's going to have to be okay. I'll take space, and then maybe let me see what my situation is. Now, Magic Shop, I could get a holdover. I could hold over and graft, which is good. How do I want to approach? The dupe here is a tough call. What is the dupe? Great question. I think we're going to go to the right. The possibility of like a tiny stone is a little bit tempting. Yeah, we'll do it. I think there's a lot of things we can provide, we can gain value on here. Give me tiny. Oh, well, you know, alternatively, they could give me more space, which is such a bummer. Wish I knew about that ahead of time. I'll take it. This means I could put the bomb on the floor, which is something. I'm going to go ahead and -2 Mortal Entrapment, actually. I need this to be more playable. This card is way too important to this run. 10 in Piercing. I guess I have to put it on something. So here's Vine Grasp. And then infusion-wise, I get 15. That's 180. I have a Hellvent. If I double Hellvent, I don't have to do the infusion. But what is the double Hellvent? What are you taking here? I'll be honest, just taking another Mortal Entrapment is pretty darn good. A second one of these is enough to hold us over. This, I think, will become necessary. Well, I'm actually just going to do that straight away. That's a 1-coster. And then we'll put the Tycoon into the Hermit just so I'm drawing fewer units. Right? Yeah. Okay. Fine. We get Cultivating. That is a hard pivot I'm willing to take. The Emblem of the Exiles will make up for it. This is a draw card, right? And the Cultivate triggers exist as a positive element of the run. So, alright, we'll move on. Now, I did dupe the Daze here, and I guess I should have... If I had been smarter, I think I would have dazed the Animus here, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay, right? My plan is Sentient, Animus, Hermit all together on this one. Yeah, I think that's my plan here. I would like to draw cards, please. And that's great. I don't feel like drip falling something. I think we're gonna let it ride. I will put more stuff down. We'll have to reform our lad, which is pretty important, but at least the Husk Hermit lives, I guess. Okay, wait. Sting. Mortal Entrapment. Oh, I messed up the turn. It was supposed to be the... Ah, bummer. It's fine. I messed up the turn. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Forgive me. We are doing something here. Sure. Does this man pummel me? Kinda? Not really. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Alright, great. We did it. Good. Cool. Let's stop a billion damage coming in real quick. Let's play Endless Tomb. And let's lock down... Yeah, let's lock down this thing, actually. I'm just gonna pull this thing forward, I guess. So I can sting it. We get him... Ah, man, he's 2 off from... That's not ideal. I think we could have cleaned this up a bit, if I'm being crystal clear with you. So... I Tomb of and get the bomb on him. I do get the ability to daze upstairs, which I consider to be pretty important in this context. So that's something. We're holding together fine-ish, right? It's fine-ish. Bomb goes mid-floor. We sharpen, which lets us maybe hold the floor together. It is a maybe. Man, I really wish I had the Ember here now. I'm very bummed out by this. I think I need to drip something off this floor, and it's not particularly close. So, let's do that. And then I guess we'll sting. It doesn't hurt. The ensnare. I don't want to stack these guys up, so we let this sit. I think we could have. I could have also played that ensnare better. I think play it first, then everything else. I was just trying to solve a problem. Now this is a double Mortal Entrapment angle if I've ever seen it. So that is pretty much a for sure thing. I think we double Mortal Entrapment here and just let it sit here, and we're gonna be okay. We get out, right? I don't need no Ember. I have 5 days. Okay, we're out. It's not pretty, but it did work, and we did make a lot of money from it, so I guess it could have been worse. Engraft is pretty much okay. I think Ensnare is a better pick here. Lock more things down. I've seen this exact draft before. Wicked Blaze, Memories of the Melted, Intent on Death. I don't want another. I'll take 10 gold. Okay, we're very wealthy. It's actually quite good. We're going to go to the right. The dupe is mission critical here. Trinket Shop. Firestone Housing, but it's on the wrong side. Interestingly, sketches? I do have... I mean, how do I get Sentient on the floor and in front? I don't know. Cursed Vines, Channel Heart, Cleansing Water. I have one Sting. So you know fair. Cleansing Water seems the strongest here. Cursed Vines doesn't feel that powerful, right? Yeah, it's Cleansing Water. Fine. I don't think this is Sketch's action. No, I don't think so. I'm going to spin that. Bloating Fungus is nice. Thorn Fruit, man, if only I'd looked at this first, I guess. I would never have re-rolled here, so it's like, whatever, but still, bummer. I think we are cutting the Hermit now. He's done his job, which is fine, but I don't really feel like having him around. Too bad they didn't give me Golden Vault. That would have been cool. Anyway, we're making another Animus here. That's fun. Now, what else? Double Stack is potentially very good on Immortal Entrapment. I love that for me. This is Relentless solved. The -1s are pretty important. I think 3-cost card is pretty much untenable right now. So we're going to make things less than 3. 2s are fine. What does a 20 consume feel like? I don't know. That seems okay. I don't hate it one way or the other. Maybe make a restore a little more functional. We'll consume it. It's fine. Spin this. Permafrost on the adaptive mutation. Am I right? I mean, we have to hit this card when we need to. Yeah, alright, great. -1. Make something else cheap or free. Mortal Entrapment is probably the next most important card here. We didn't hit the holdover, unfortunately. So, it's like, well, what are you going to do? I'll make Engraft free. At least it's a +1 Ember on the turn I draw it then. Yikes. Alright, fine. We're buying... Fade's First Blade. I'll take Bloating Fungus. I'll take Thorn Fruit, I guess. I honestly am okay with drawing a ton of cards. I need to remove stuff. We're going to cut Tycoon, buddy. I'd rather Sentient be funneling stats into herself. There is the universe where I play mid-floor and airdrop in the second Animus, which is pretty strong if we can do it. So, let's cut Tycoon. He did his hard work. He earned his rest. He has done it. I think Sharpen's time is gone now. We've got other things we need to do here. Yeah, Sharpen's out. Okay, cool. Fine. I still can buy more removals, so I should buy more removals in the form of what? I don't want to cut all my primitive molds, but I'm going to cut one. I think. Yeah, that's fine. I might cut another. 2 is probably enough. I'm not relying on these in any major way. They're just kind of like, oh, I messed up my card draws. What do I do? You know, it's fine. I only have the one Wicklash, which is, let me be clear, pretty suboptimal. Let's leave in some of these, actually, and cut a Restore instead. Fine. Well, that's it. All right, let's go. 230 out of 100 is a big number, but it's where we're at, so sure. That is when you think about it, that is a fairly large thing, huh? Thing being, specifically I'm referring to what do you do when I run out of burnout, which is an interesting challenge. Yeah, like here, great example, right? I can play the bomb, which is cool, and make some progress here. I can and should Cycle of Life on this, so I can Intent on Death it out. And then I can actually just send one of these guys to the ether, which is kind of cool. Sure. We lose the Animus, I bring her back. Yeah, it's tricky, right? I can use this to generate Ember for now. I can actually Pierce on the boss. Wait, it's a genius play. Hold up. Mortal Entrapment. Let's go. And then we can lock this down a bit, which I'm okay with. Pull him off the floor so I can get him back on the floor. We have this thing unlocked. Now, this would be a turn where I would really like to... We finally get the Burnout extension. I need to do something about... I need to do something about how much damage I'm taking. Alright, we're afloat. We are afloat. I'm going to lock down a target. Seems okay, right? Seems okay. We're managing to hold this together, so that's good. Alright, here is... Entombed Explosive airdropped in. We're going to Paraffin Enforcer 2 up top. I'm going to draw a card. We will sting the boss here, I think. Sure. If I can somehow connect these two Animus together, I think we're in a decent spot. I don't think we are, though, so I'm going to keep working on it. Mid-floor is not locked down, but I can play a bomb, which helps. Ooh, it can only do so much, I suppose. Sure. Daze the boss. Great work, huh? Meanwhile, the sentient is just ceasing to be reality at this point. There's only so much can be done. How do I dispatch the friend upstairs? That's a good question. Doesn't look great for me. We managed to keep Sentient alive, which is wild. I'm gonna lock this guy down upstairs, I guess. Sure, I'll sting him for now, in case I have to do something about it. We get some healing, which is neat, I suppose. We're doing a lot of damage on the floor, at least, but, like, what can we do, right? It's dicey. Okay, we must play this. Now, I have 5 turns of days here, so that's spiced out a bit. I obviously Wicklash here. I can daze this guy upstairs for a truckload, and he will die to the boss, to the fight. Not the fight, you know what I mean. Yeah, now the thing I have to watch out for, when this guy dies, I need to get him under 240, so I think we have to grab him. Sting here. I can lock down the 15x3 so I don't have to fight him. And then I can reform. Huh. I could have actually solved this another way. Well, I take 11 damage to the pyre for it, and I think it's going to have to be okay. Could have left this guy in front, and yeah, I could have solved this by dazing and not pulling him forward and then killing him, but we'll see if I win this combat. If I do, that's great. If I don't, bummer. Yeah, it's a shame, but okay, here we are. Do I win the combat? Presently, that's a negative, Ghost Rider, but I think we can make it happen. Yeah, we have it. Right, it's not actually that bad. All I needs is a little TLC, and we get through it. Okay, well, we're going to let it ride. I took damage because I misplayed a little bit, didn't think through the turns as quickly as I should have. That's fine. All right, moving on. What do we get? Can I beat Divinity? Give me something good here. Yeah, Shard of Divinity is good. I was hoping for Blank Pages would have been better, but I'll take it. This is 100 health. Yeah, okay, great. We love that for me. The difference between runs where you get this and don't is so wild to me. It's crazy. Now, I would like to play mid-floor still, so there's that, but I technically don't have to. I can just go Sting, and then airdrop in Animus upstairs, and we're chilling, right? It's pretty good. Now, the downside, of course, is going to be how do I actually keep my floor alive? That's a great question, because for better or worse, I have created a difficult situation in burnout management here, which is not great, I think. I think, practically speaking, this is not going to work out very well for me, right? Just being honest with you, and being practical. I think this is not that great. Now, I think we elevator here. As stupid as it sounds, I could actually play everything together. What? Hold up. Wait. Hold up. We have it, I think. You go Sentient middle. Wait for it. Animus here. Then we generate Ember. We drop Animus. Right? And I blow up the man upstairs. Actually, I should blow up the guy downstairs, right? Let's blow up the man upstairs, actually. I think it's just going to be correct. And this now is, like, getting there, I think, is the way I would describe this. Bomb up top. Intent on death. Powerful. And then we oscillate these. Now the problem, of course, is I need Sentient to not die, which is unfortunately happening. So let's try again. I think we can actually make this work in a peculiar way. This is wild to me. By the way, if anyone was watching, Cleansing Water just absolutely went nuts on this floor. So let's play middle, is where I'm at. Instead of starting top, let's play the thing middle. We will sting into the days here. It's just correct to do it. Okay, great. And then our goal is we'll keep this floor intact. I will Animus sacrifice downstairs so she stays endless, right? I then will Super Daze the boss, which lets me draw some stuff, which is good. I can lock down the one enemy, which is good. And we chill. We'll have to replay some Animus stuff here, right? Like, because they're all dying. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Because then, on this wonderful turn, we can assemble the squad. And now, sadly, I do have to drip it in, which is maybe not ideal, but fine. Cool, right? Cool. And then I can bomb bottom floor, which I think is also pretty neat. Okay, now, is there a world where I can do this and somehow keep Sentient alive? She does live this floor, which is very promising. I can just kind of bomb upstairs, right? And then basically get a kill shot here. Yeah, right? Not gonna do math. Math, who does it? We take some hits upstairs, but I have Shard of Divinity, it's fine. I take like 19, whatever. If I can super heavy lock down the Discipled Inquisitor, I don't have to think about him, and that seems pretty good to me. Simply do not think about the thing that we don't like. So, with that in mind, I'm going to bomb upstairs here. I think this is a strong turn to play the adaptive mutation because it gets me a lot. So we're going to put it in, and that lets me add 3 rooted to the mini boss and push in some big regen numbers, which, remember, we have bloating fungus. Now upstairs, that guy does smack me 4 times. This would kill me normally, but I have things for this, right? We're fine, right? We have answered the call, as it were. Now, this is not ideal. We have a dying sentient, so we're going to work on fixing that. Here, have some health, I guess. Every regen is worth it here. I can stop incoming damage. I'm going to kill some spikes guy downstairs. This just seems necessary. I'm also going to pull forward this friend here and daze him as he ascends, which is important. And I will play the bomb, which I also think is important. We'll keep the daze rolling here. I need to keep Sentient from dying to waves. That's the most important thing I could do here. So pretty much anything that answers that problem is going to be pretty clutch, I would say. Yeah, here we're going to go ahead and ensnare 1, ensnare 2. 2 ensnares means he doesn't walk on me. 3 ensnares means he doesn't fight me. I'm going to go ahead and hit that engraft first, then Cycle of Life here, making these other cards free. We will have 2 turns of lockdown on both mini-bosses here. Still the chance I will fight this thing eventually, so, you know, let's respect a little bit, but currently I'm not having to, which is great. They're both rooted for 1 more. Good. Extend burnout. Let's double stack daze here on the boss. This is a key piece of keeping the floor afloat. We'll play the bomb. I will daze the boss. 10 days is sufficient here to keep us afloat. So we've locked down. We've basically won the combat. If I draw an ensnare here, it's great. If I don't, we have a very, very scary upcoming wave. And I guess that's just what we're going to have. Yeah, we didn't hit an ensnare. There's no ensnares here. So we're going to have to double. We're going to have to super fight some guys. I'm going to pull a dude forward so I can sting it out. Yikes, man. But we're doing enough damage that as long as my 101 health animus doesn't pass away, this is functional. Terrifying. We win. Oh my god. We barely win. Great, man. Great. Sentient, I need you to live. Hey, there's an ensnare. Cool. Sentient makes it. Great job. Woof. Alright. We don't have good burnout extension, but we managed to keep 1 afloat long enough, which is the one that I put a lot of health into. This is enough because the one in back basically was just keeping us afloat during the waves. So, crazy. We have double stacked mini bosses here, but we do push it through pretty cleanly. So, alright, that's a W, which was only possible thanks to Shard of Divinity. Go team! Thanks, Hef, you saved the day. We would have not made it if you had done that. So, whew, well, that's a run of Monster Train for sure. Sentient makes this work is the theme of this one. But really, it's more about endless bouncing. Just like chain endless animus. Alternatively, I could describe this run as like 0 burnout management, which is, you know, bad, but, or insufficient. I can't call it 0 because I do have Wicklash, right? But it's like Votive Key burnout management, or like reform endless shenanigans. It's really about that. The emblem of the Exiles, for the record, is huge and contributed a lot to our victory. This is an easy relic to underestimate. This is literally defensive scaling. Just straight up right? Just straight up great scaling. Fantastic. We have, like, this run looks a lot cleaner if I take Ember and then read the tea leaves and hit the Railforger's hammer, but fair enough. I think there is a world where we don't actually take this space and play two of them together. I think practically the waves were simply too much power for us to pull this off, and the Dripfall was right. It's interesting though, because I don't think we neatly cleaned the waves up as well as we did without having two of them on the floor. And if you think about it, this is a 5-space floor. I would have had to take space anyway to play middle. Now, obviously, in the end, we have the Railforger's Hammer, so we had the extra space, but I think opening yourself up to the mid-floor play is really important. So I don't think the Light of Seraph is wrong. I think it's actually correct, because we didn't know what was coming up, and the ability to play middle was really important. So, yeah, I think that's mission critical. The double Mortal Entrapment was pretty huge. I did make a strategic misplay, I think. And it did work out, right? I mean, I ended up with 6 days on the Ring 7 boss, so it was actually kind of cool. But what I could have had instead is, if you imagine, I could have had both of these double stacked, because I could have duped on Ring 8 and duped the Animus on Ring 7. It works out. It's not that far off from correct, but it's an interesting consideration here, right? Which order do you do the duping in? I think there's some serious discussion that you could take away. In hindsight, I'm not mad about the way this worked out, but I also it made our Ring 7 stronger, but I couldn't really have known that. I think in a vacuum, I should have duped the Animus first, but I don't know. I ended up going with the days because I was like, I really need to draw this for Relentless. It was my thought process. I was like, I need to make sure I connect one of these with that boss, because otherwise our floor does not have the durability for it. And we can't hit him pre-Relentless because it's not floating. So I'm worried about Ring 7. I take a second copy of the Mortal Entrapment. Do I need to? Maybe not. But it helped, right? We ended up drawing them both on it, so it kind of didn't matter, but still. So that was my thought process. Anyway, I don't have much else of interest to call out. A lot of good things picked up here. I actually do really appreciate the Thorn Fruit being able to get us up to the point where we're drawing enough cards every turn, which was very cool. Eventually, you have so many cards in hand that you stop drawing these, which is great. It's kind of the point. It's self-regulating. Once you are drawing 10 cards, you're golden. So that's why I like Thorn Fruit anyway. It's better than repeatedly adding stings. It's like, I mean, think about it, like, remove, consume, preserve thorns is much worse than Thorn Fruit. Thorn Fruit self-regulates until you're drawing enough cards, and if you're not drawing 10 cards, then this is never a problem, right? It's only a problem if you, like, have a very small deck and desperately need to be hitting the right things every turn, because this could cause a potential issue with that. It floods your deck, right? So anyway, not much else to add. Good times, and I will let you go there. We pull off the W. Incredible work. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.